Rick's life is filled with untold stories of personal challenges, legal battles, and secrets that could change how you see the man and the show. Born on March 22, 1965, to Richard Benjamin Harrison and Joanne Rue Harrison, Rick Harrison's journey to fame was anything but easy. From growing the family pawn shop into a global sensation to navigating struggles most fans never hear about, his story is one of resilience and mystery. Let's dive deep into the lesser-known truths about Rick Harrison and discover what's been happening to the man who turned a pawn shop into a worldwide phenomenon. Rick Harrison's story begins with his parents, Benjamin and Joanne Harrison, who had 4 children: Sherry, Joseph, Rick, and Chris. Rick, the third child, experienced a family tragedy early in life when his older sister, Sherry Joanne Harrison, passed away at 6 years old. Sherry, the firstborn, had Down syndrome. Rick's father, a U.S. Navy veteran, relocated the family to San Diego, California in 1967 due to a military transfer. At the age of 8, Rick began suffering from epileptic seizures, which confined him to bed for long periods. This led him to develop a deep love for reading, particularly the Great Brain series by John D. Fitzgerald, which featured a young Utah con artist named Tom D. Fitzgerald. Rick also grew passionate about history and physics, with a special interest in the Royal Navy of the late 1700s and early 1800s. Although he attended Taft Middle School in San Diego, Rick dropped out in the 10th grade to sell counterfeit Gucci bags, earning $2,000 a week. In April 1981, his family moved to Las Vegas, Nevada, after their real estate business failed. At 17, Rick faced new challenges when his girlfriend Kim became pregnant. Tragically, their first child was lost to a miscarriage, but the couple married in 1982. Their son Corey was born on April 27, 1983, followed by their second child, Adam, 2 years later. However, Rick and Kim divorced in 1985. Just 9 months after his divorce, Rick began dating Tracy, and they married in 1986. Together, they raised Corey and Adam. Around this time, Rick's father opened a small 300-square-foot second-hand gold and silver coin shop on Las Vegas Boulevard South. Rick's knowledge of history proved invaluable in the shop, where he provided historical context for items. To supplement his income, Rick worked nights repossessing cars. In 1989, after overcoming legal hurdles, Rick and his father obtained a pawn license and transformed their business into the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. Initially focusing on unique historical pieces and sports memorabilia, they later found jewelry to be their best-selling item. By 2005, their shop was lending millions annually and earning substantial interest income. In 2009, the shop gained nationwide fame with the premiere of Pawn Stars on the History Channel. Created by Brent Montgomery and Colby Gaines, the show highlighted the family dynamics and fascinating pawned items. Filmed at the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop near the Las Vegas Strip, the show became an instant hit, drawing millions of viewers. By January 2011, Pawn Stars was the History Channel's top-rated show and the second-highest reality show overall. Deals, Steals, and My Life at the Gold and Silver in June 2011, which became a New York Times bestseller. That same year, he divorced Tracy. In 2012, Rick announced his engagement to Deanna Burdett, whom he married in Laguna Beach, California, in 2013. Through this marriage, he became a stepfather to Deanna's 3 daughters. Rick's television career expanded with guest appearances, including an episode of iCarly and The Middle. In 2014, he became the spokesperson for the Microtouch 1 razor and participated in the History Channel game show Pawnography. Today, Rick Harrison remains a prominent figure, both as a successful businessman and as a cultural icon, thanks to his role on Pawn Stars. Rick Harrison, star of Pawn Stars, has faced numerous personal and professional challenges in recent years. Tragedy struck his family in June 2018 when his father, Richard Harrison, affectionately known as the Old Man on the show, passed away due to Parkinson's disease. Rick announced the heartbreaking news to his 245,000 Instagram followers, sharing his immense grief. The History Channel also expressed their condolences, calling Richard a cherished member of the Pawn Stars family and honoring his wisdom and honesty. Losing his father brought immense sorrow to Rick and left him solely responsible for managing the family business and supporting his loved ones. However, additional difficulties emerged when the COVID-19 pandemic hit in 2019, severely impacting his pawn shop business. While it initially saw an increase in activity, the boost was short-lived as the pandemic disrupted many industries. Rick shared in an interview with Fox News that the pawn shop industry struggled to find its footing during the pandemic. With people focusing on essential activities, visiting a pawn shop was not a priority. In March 2020, the gold and silver pawn shop partially closed its doors due to rising COVID-19 cases. Rick and his team adapted by lowering interest rates on loans and giving customers more time to reclaim their items. Despite his optimism about an economic recovery within 6 months, the challenges persisted. Adding to his difficulties, Rick divorced his third wife, Deanna Burden, in September 2020. Court documents revealed that the couple had grown apart, citing irreconcilable differences. Rick reflected positively on the experience, expressing gratitude for the bond he maintained with Deanna's 3 daughters from her previous marriage. In 2021, Rick married Amanda Palmer, hoping for a brighter chapter in his life. However, legal troubles arose in February 2022, when Rick's mother, Joanne Harrison, filed a lawsuit against him over ownership of the pawn shop and family assets. Joanne alleged that Rick had taken advantage of her during a vulnerable time, having her unknowingly sign over her 51% ownership of the shop when she was recovering from a coma in the early 2000s. She also claimed Rick withheld financial records and stopped her regular $25,000 payments in 2020. Joanne, over 80 years old and requiring extensive medical care, sought legal action to reinstate her allowance and prevent Rick from managing her assets without oversight. Rick denied the allegations, stating that his mother was being influenced by others. Despite the legal disputes, the situation strained their relationship and tarnished Rick's family-oriented image. Tragedy struck again in January 2024, when Rick's 39-year-old son, Adam, passed away from a fentanyl and methamphetamine overdose. Adam's death was ruled accidental by the Clark County Medical Examiner. Rick shared the devastating news on Instagram, posting a heartfelt tribute to his son. Family members and friends, including Donald Trump Jr., expressed their condolences. Though Adam did not appear on Pawn Stars, he briefly worked at the pawn shop before pursuing a career as a plumber. Despite these hardships, Rick has remained resilient. He endorsed political candidates, considered running for office, and received the prestigious Kentucky Colonel Honor in 2023. Now semi-retired, Rick continues to star in Pawn Stars Do America and enjoys spending time with his family and grandchildren. His ability to endure life's challenges while maintaining a positive outlook has been an inspiration to many. Share your thoughts on these revelations in the comments. Curious about more reality TV secrets? Watch our next video for more behind-the-scenes stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Thanks for watching.